You know what, fellas? Growing up, I had the privilege of watching some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time through the football. From the Joe Montana to the Elways, Warren Moon, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, even currently Patrick Mahomes. But to be real with you, the most physically gifted quarterback I ever seen was Michael Vick. I mean, the dude was like the Anakin Skywalker of quarterbacks. But like Anakin, he lacked the discipline, the patience. And that dogfighting scandal, which was BS, was the real culprit for stopping him from reaching his full potential. And that's where Lamar Jackson come into play. He come in the picture. Do he have a stronger arm than Vic? No, he don't. Is he more accurate? Yes, he is. Do he play in the confines of the system, the offensive system? Yes, he does. Straight line speed? That's up for debate, but I'll go with the old boy Vic. But Lamar's dual threat ability makes him one of the most dangerous players in the league. And one of the biggest critiques of Baltimore Ravens was not surrounding Lamar with the belt of talent. The best receiving corps. So look no farther now. 2023, the Ravens loaded the boat for the former MVP. Plus got rid of Greg Roman running the eccentric style to a more wide open offensive style with Ty Monken. So it's now or never for Lamar Jackson. Can he return to MVP form? I mean, the brother has all the talent, but he has no excuses. You know, and heavy is the head that wears the crown. But with the offensive weapons they got him with, they can help carry that load. And that's starting off with his most trusted weapon, Mark Andrews. And me personally, I think Mark Andrews is the second best pass catching tight end in the league under Kelsey. I think Kettle is a better overall tight end, but Kettle was built to fit more of a run blocking scheme, plus he a pass catching tight end. There's no better security blanket for Lamar. I mean, Mark Andrews always have him covered, but for $200 million, $200 plus million, you gotta make it work regardless. But the biggest knock on Lamar was not throwing in the seams, but throwing to his outside receivers. Now you got Aguilar, you got a good 4-3 receiver if Bateman goes down, who's a first round pick by the way. And now you have a number one receiver in Zay Flowers, who I think was the best receiver coming out the draft. I mean, you gave Lamar a loaded gun with extended clips. The brother is loaded. Now we get to his biggest offseason acquisition. We get to OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. And he always been an enigma to me. I mean, ever since his New York Giants campaign, he never been a number one receiver ever since. And that's the thing, even when he played at LSU, I always considered Jarvis Landry was the better playmaker out of the two. He's a Nike athlete, and you know, Nike athletes, they tend to get upsell. Their promotion is exaggerated a little more than the average athlete. Plus he played in New York, so that was a big market, and they needed to present him as world class. But those injuries, two torn ACLs, I don't know what type of player that he is right now. I don't know what way that he could benefit Lamar. It's more than a possession receiver and another receiver to put asses in the seats, sell tickets. Because no doubt about it, he's one of the most popular players in the league. But as far as what he brings to the game, that great catch that he had over the Cowboys, I mean, them days long gone. I don't think he could replicate that kind of production again. And it's unfortunate, man, because he was a hellified talent. I mean, even when he went to Los Angeles Rams, in that Super Bowl, he'd have won MVP if he'd have never got hurt. He'd have won that MVP. I betted on that game. I betted on Cooper Kupp winning the Super Bowl MVP. And I was like, I'm gonna lose my money because, I mean, this man catching everything. Nobody ain't stopping him, but as soon as he went down, I knew it was Cooper Kupp's to lose at that point. But him coming back off that kind of injury, going to a new team, new system, I mean, it's all look good on the training field. They all look good. They all look good when you're taking pictures with Lamar. It's all look good when you're taking pictures with your teammates. The game of football ain't playing on social media. It's playing on the field. And could he hold up? I'm not so sure. I mean, even if you do, what type of receiver that you getting? You're not getting a number one receiver. I mean, that's why they drafted Zay Flowers. You ain't getting a number one receiver. Those days of him being a number one receiver is gone. So can he add to the production of the receiver room? I think he can. I mean, if he could do what he did when he was with the Rams, just enough to get some kind of production out of a number two receiver, which I think he is, he'll be fine. But if you expect him to be an all-star type of player, I mean, get that out your mind. Like I said, it all look good in training camp. But when the real games start, let's see how it look. And see, fellas, that's just the showmanship of the NFL. This is an entertainment business. And they're not paying Odell $18 million this year to be a number one receiver. They're paying him for the star power and the viewership that him and Lamar can produce. To me, this is a one and done relationship. No matter how far Lamar take this team, OBJ is a journeyman receiver. So now, as they say the old saying, you can't win championships without defense. Which is a lie, because Patrick Mahomes proved that wrong. And that's the thing, Lamar not only have to battle the top QBs in the AFC, but he had to battle himself. Can he carry a team when injuries come to play? Because even he been injured at the latter half of the season. And that's the thing, because Baltimore defense is top notch when they're healthy. But the last few years was rough on their defensive side of the ball. And in order for him to dominate the AFC side, because it's a war over there, man, he gonna need that defense. But as I said before, ain't no excuses. You give a quarterback $200+ million, you fail. They ain't looking at the defense. They're looking at you. They're looking at Lamar Jackson. They're looking at the highest paid quarterback in the league. They're looking at all the weapons that he has. And I think the defense will hold up this year. But it's up to you, Lamar. It's up to Lamar. I mean, he got to take it home. It's up to him to stay healthy. I understand last year with the contract dispute and contract negotiations, you didn't want to play. I wouldn't play either. Ain't no excuses this year. You get nicked up and can't play the last 5 games or can't play the last 3 games, that could cost you big time. And the whole media is going to come down harder on him at that point. And let me say this about a $200+ million man on the business equation of his contract and his mother being his representative. Look, the brother's lucky he has that kind of unique talent and plays at the most important position in the league. Because for a lot of players, that could have ended up real bad, real terrible. And I know a lot of you cats on that mama raised me shit. But us as black men, we need to separate our personal from business. Your mother did her job by feeding and clothing you and giving you 50% of the genetics that you have to retire your ass early. As a man, you are the leader of the family. You do what's best for business, but you keep your nuts between your legs. But I'll speak on that on another video. But on this video, can Lamar become an MVP again? Yes. But it's all in vain if he don't win a championship. As the most gifted quarterback, physically gifted quarterback with this talent, this defense, it's now or never for Lamar. But for sure, man, I'll be with y'all later.